Hey guys, how are y'all? Sorry, just editing the title. 1 second, sorry. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. I'm SkyArt. That was kind of cool. Like just flipped off. Yeah, so welcome guys. I'm SkyArt. Thank you for joining. This is my channel. So yes, we'll be doing a lot of different readings throughout the week. So we're gonna be doing this Monday through Friday from now on. We're gonna start off with the love deck, just to see how everybody's love life is doing, or just the collective, just to see where our weeks are ending and soon to be starting off. I want to shuffle the cards. So I'm going to pick 3 cards. And you can pick category 1, 2, or 3. And that will basically identify and resonate with the person that picked the selection. First card is okay. So it says, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without it. Wow. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it from without. I love how that peace sign comes up. Definitely resonates. Because, we search for a lot of things outside of ourselves, especially love, rather than knowing that love starts within. And then it goes outwards. So a lot of times in relationships, we forget that in order to get into a real relationship, we have to first love ourselves before we can love anybody else. Okay, let's pick the second card. It says, everything you need, your everything you need, your courage, strength, compassion, and love, everything you need is already within you. So maybe this is not a three party selection. Maybe this is all for one distinctive purpose. You see that? Isn't that beautiful? Yes, 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 yes. So as we see, they're in unison. And a lot of times, we will feel like one thing will go one way and then spirits tell us it goes a whole nother way. So I definitely like to go with what the energy and what spirit is saying. So let's pick a third card. Okay. It says, never make permanent decisions on temporary feelings. Wow. Wow. That is unbelievable. Wow. And with this, it is saying, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. Everything you need, your courage, your strength, your compassion, and your love is already, it's everything you need is already within you. Fascinating. I find that to be very, 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 very uplifting, awakening, and also exactly what time is. And never make permanent decisions on temporary feelings. But better yet, how I couldn't even better say it myself. And with all three cards, it significantly says a lot, especially with knowing thyself and looking within before we look without or look out. Knowing that you have everything you need, stability within yourself, love within yourself, strength within yourself, and know that it's already in you before your partner even comes. Because sometimes we get into relationships and we forget that we already have ourselves. We already love ourselves. We already are our biggest allies, supporters, and confidants, you know? And sometimes we get forgot or lose ourselves in relationships instead of understanding that. Oh, I didn't even put my mic on. My bad, guys. I totally forgot to put my mic on. Embarrassing. Oh, shit. That was so crazy. Cringing. All right, so let's start this over again, okay? So with the first card, it says, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. Second card says, everything you need, your courage, your strength, your compassion, and love, everything you need is already within you. Never make permanent decisions on temporary feelings. Almost like a marriage, you know? Some people jump so fast into marriage, not understanding that that is a commitment of a long-term experience. That's not something that's supposed to be short-lived or short experience, you know? A lot of the times we're afraid to make that decision of knowing if it's too soon or not, or if that's the right person. Sometimes we don't even get to know them fully before we even consider who we're marrying, you know? And a lot of the times we get into a relationship with this card, right? Seeking something, seeking someone else, thinking that they're going to bring us peace and they're going to bring us love and they're going to bring us tranquility. And really, that should be already residing within us. And together we should merge into that tranquil place, you know? And then you add it with this card, the love that's inside of you, the strength that's inside of you that you can bring to the relationship. It's not about what they can do for you all the time. It's about what you can do for yourself and what y'all can do for the relationship together. And then this card, you know, a lot of the times we jump into it not understanding that it's never good to make permanent decisions on temporary feelings. That's like saying building a sandcastle, building a house on sand, you know? That's never going to survive. It's never going to last. It will definitely wash away with the water because it's not sturdy. It's not stable. All right, let's see what other decks we're going to use for clarification. The Psychic Tarot. This is one of my favorite decks. So I have about 40 decks per se that I've been collecting over the years. Okay. Spirit, please guide us with the knowledge, the answers. Please point us in our direction as we seek what the collective and if it doesn't resonate, allow it to just flow. And what does resonate, you know, allow that to stick. Because it's not going to resonate with everyone, but it should definitely resonate with the people that it's meant to resonate with, you know? It could be a past relationship, it could be a future one, it could be your best friend's relationship, you know, it could be any of the sort. As long as you open your channels to receive the message that's meant for you to receive. Okay. First card, heart chakra. You can't fake this. Heart chakra. How amazing is that? The heart chakra number 4. And we're going to pick one more card. 16, depression. All right, let's see what the cards have to say. Now, just not even with reading the book, just looking at it for the forefront of, just from the overall projection of it, the heart chakra is right on cue with what we have already pulled out. Now, the heart chakra is one of the strongest chakras. And that being said, the heart chakra definitely connects us to our loved ones, to the spirit realm. It also it fulfills us, it gives us a lot of love, a lot of space. Also, hold on one second, number 4. Mm. Heart chakra, third eye chakra, heart chakra. Okay, heart chakra. Key facts: color green, sound yam, element air, gland. Keywords: I love. Parallel to the heart, the chakra represents the unconditional love, compassion, harmony, relationship, and healing. It's believed to be the link between your mind, body, and soul. Balancing these areas may take a while, but you should allow all the time that you need so the healing energy can get through and flow freely. By loving yourself and others as well as learning forgiveness, you become attuned with spirit. See, the heart chakra connects us to the spirit realm as well. And that being said, it is one of the most overlooked chakras that we really don't pay attention to, but it's so strong and it's something that we really have to take into consideration. The strongest muscle, the heart, is one of the strongest muscles we have in our body, and it is conditioned to love, it's conditioned to feel, but it's also pulls on a lot of, you know, bad things that can happen, a lot of resentment, a lot of anger. How can your heart be angry? It can. Hate stems from what? Love, right? So with that being said, we have to continuously heal our heart chakra and focus on our heart chakra and allow that chakra to be a flowing river. Because whenever it's congested and stuck, you can't love. And if you can't love yourself, you can't love others. And a lot of the times we get into relationships forgetting that we do not heal our heart chakra before we get into the next, or even when we get out of the last. Depression. Let's see. Depression. And then if you see this one's amazing. That's sort of like what a relationship is, when you're stuck in it and you're not too secure, too familiar on where you're at or not sure, and you end up giving out your all and allowing yourself to be pulled in so many different ways. It's like boxing yourself in, you know? 4. And that's what we have to make sure that we stay aware of, not to become jaded, not to become resentful to where it takes over who we are and where we're going or what we're becoming. Oh, this is 16. My bad. I didn't even look at the number. 16. Okay. 16. I know this is 16. Yep, 16. Okay. Yep, depression. A sudden, unusual, unforeseen depression or major change is happening or is about to take place. Change is happening or is about to take place, even if it appears to be a negative experience, it can lead to an enlightenment or a total shift in your lifestyle. In traditional tarot, the meaning of this card represents the falling tower that eventually crumbles due to its weak foundation. Whichever part of your life you focus on, this is an opportunity to rebuild with a solid, positive structure. See what I said in the beginning about building your house on sand? Spirit is always like, it's cunning how it always like ties right in. There are times when the most difficult situation arises in your life, and if you choose to, they can act as a catalyst to heal other areas. They're beneficial because they're truly your greatest teacher. Learn from your past mistakes, accept them, and integrate them into your life as stepping stones. Couldn't say it better myself. And with that being said, we have to remember that this is only an experience, and as the experience grows, we learn and we love, and we continuously try, and we can't allow it to shut us down or be afraid of what's the next position in life. I really feel like the signs are stating that the past is the past, and we cannot allow that to be our failure, our mistakes, or even hold us to a position where we cannot allow ourselves to grow or be influenced in a positive way. Everything is positive or negative. It's the way we take it, and what we do with it. As long as we use it as a stepping stone to help us elevate to the next level, to help us to give, to help us move on, to help us allow the future to be what it may without bringing the past if unnecessary. Okay, we're going to get one more closeout card. Ooh, ooh, the spirit is in the cards. Okay. Okay, let's see. Sleep on it. Can't fake this. Sleep on it. Amazing. Amazing. It was with it being said, sleep on it. It basically is telling you that your heart's desire. One second, number 5. Okay. When your emotions get stirred up and work overtime, they block access to your highest awareness. And times like this, do not struggle for answers. Instead, step away from the problem and literally put your worries to bed. Surrender your concerns to the highest forces while you slumber, and invite your psychic support system, your angels and guardians, gods, watchers, loved ones, to find solutions to your challenges and place them already into your subconscious, your subconscious mind, to be accessed. Wake up or hold on 1 second, sorry. Wake up shortly thereafter. This process is practically sixth sense living, sixth sensory living. Your guides love to work with you on your behalf and will offer better solutions than you could ever dream without their assistance. So relax, grab a pillow, and give your emotions a well deserved break. Sweet dreams. And it's basically allowing you to not sleep with your problems. Sometimes we definitely sleep with our problems and we forget to allow the universe to work, that our spirit guardians to work, our spirit guides to work, you know? And that being said, this right here is definitely one for the books. And it's definitely for someone that has been either dealing with their relationship, trying to find ways out of their relationship, trying to get over their past, or still haven't figured out what that that feeling was, or what that closure is necessarily needed. And as you see here, the cards is telling you to allow what needs to be done, and allow yourself to rest easy with finding love within yourself, with finding affection within yourself, support within yourself. You will no longer allow other outsider forces to take over or to hinder what is necessarily your growth or your change. And with that being said, I really thank y'all so much for tuning in. And definitely look out for more videos by us. Please hit the like button. Please follow the channel. This was definitely a love story, or a learning how to love yourself story and forgiveness story, you know? But thank you so much for being here, guys.